Well, hello everybody and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, coming to you live on a Monday evening here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Welcome to the September 6th, 2021 All 60s and more. I'm calling it and more because not only will we feature 1960s original vinyl 45s, we'll also be featuring records I normally do not play on the 1950s and early 60s show, which is more, group harmony oriented. And in the 1960s, of course, the music has changed, but I also will I got to play a couple rockabilly records, maybe from the mid-1950s for, I know, a number of listeners, and thank you all for tuning in on this Monday evening. I'll be here from 8 to 11 p.m. here this evening playing my 45s. I pulled out some cool 45s for tonight. I think I did. And we opened up from September 1963, a group called the Avantis with a great instrumental there called Wax 'Em Down. And Johnny G, of course, will be waxing my 45s down tonight. And let's start it off here with the vocal portion here. This was one of my aunt's favorite songs from 1966. Remember when she bought this 45 home? I still have her original copy. It's a styrene press and all the grooves are white. All the grooves are white because she wore it out. And it's a great, great tune from 1966. We're opening up in Detroit on the Rick Tick record label with Mr. Edwin Starr. Edwin Starr with his tune called Stop Her on Sight, SOS. Yeah, we open up the vocal portion there from 1966 on the Rick Tick record label. Out of Detroit, Michigan, Mr. Edwin Starr, Stop Her on Sight, SOS. That was probably his first, first hit. Not his biggest hit, but actually a big hit with Johnny G and my Aunt Mary. Johnny G here on a Monday evening spinning original 1960s 45s. Let's go to the Sport record label now for a group called the Appreciations. This one released in August of 1967. These are the Appreciations on Sport with their tune called There's a Place in My Heart. No. Oh, that's the wrong title. I'm going to just tell you the new title here. Wrong title. The title's called She Never Really Loved Me. Sorry about that, folks.
She never really loved me. She never really loved me. She never really loved me. She never really cared. A west wind called my baby, and she did obey without a word of love. She went on her merry way. She never really loved me. She's gone forever. She never really loved me. To follow her dreams. She never really loved me. Now I know she never really loved me. To her I didn't mean a thing. My beautiful bird has flown away as quick as night is vanished by the day. How could she love me and treat me like this? Lie, lie, lie with a smile and deceive me with her kiss. My beautiful bird has flown away, way, way, as quick as night is vanished by the day. How could she love me and treat me like this? Lie, lie, lie with a smile and deceive me with her kiss. How could she love me? She never really loved me. How could she love me? She never really loved me. How could she love me? She never really loved me. I gotta know. She never really. Somebody tell me.
That was a twin spin out of Detroit there for the Appreciations, 1967. I think that's their first of two on the Sport record label. The other side's pretty good too, but that side's called She Never Really Loved Me. The other side also is rated pretty high on that 45. Johnny G here on a Monday evening spinning original vinyl 45s. And let's go to Philadelphia now. Philadelphia to the Landa record label. Give a spin to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. I bought this 45 from Joel Scherzer when he was selling out his collection. It's from October of 1964. It starts off slow, but then it speeds up. Give a listen to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and their tune called Get Out.
Just hung up the telephone. I've heard all about you. Your new boyfriend couldn't wait to tell me that you and I are through. Don't try to spare my feelings, just get out. Just get out and let me cry. Get out and let me cry. If what he says is true, I only wish the best for you. Can't let you see me crying, so get out. I
What can you say about Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes out of Philadelphia there on the Landa record label? From October of 1964, a song entitled Get Out. They have another one on the Landa label, I think, that I did have in the box, but I don't think it's as good as that one. But always love that tune there. Johnny G here, spinning original 45. We continue here, and let's go to April 1963 now with this artist by the name of Al Apollo. Al Apollo on the Cub record label, and this is a pretty cool tune. I know some people are looking for this 45. Al Apollo from April 63. It's called I'm Walkin'.
You're walking ahead, yeah, you're angry about the things I've said, oh yeah. Believe me, I'm sorry. I realize that they're untrue, and I'll be walking till I'm walking with you. Let me say it now. I'm walking behind, yeah, and I'm going out of my mind. When you said that we were through, there was nothing else for me to do but just keep walking till I'm walking with you. What did I say now?
You said I was mean.
I didn't mean it.
You said I was cheating.
No, I didn't mean it.
You called me a liar.
I didn't mean it. No, baby, please forgive me and let me walk by your side. Yeah, and I know that you have your pride. I said, believe me, I'm sorry. I only want to be with you, so I'll keep walking till I'm walking with you. 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 Walking till I'm walking with you.
His name is Al Apollo. Al Apollo on the Cub record label. That one there from April 1963. A song entitled I'm Walkin'. Johnny G bought that record. I have Craig Moyer, maybe he has a quantity on it, but I had like a 25% off coupon from eBay one day, and I always tell Dave the Rave, I said, I got to look for one record that I really, really like and I'm going to get that sometimes I think is a little bit overpriced, but I used that 25% coupon on that record. Came in the Cub sleeve and everything, but I cleaned it and put it in the green sleeve there. But anyway, that is a cool tune. Johnny G here, spinning original 1960s 45s, and up next, I think this is also out of Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. It's on the General label, but this is a request for listener Mnon. Actually, I like the flip side of this better, but this is a nice song for the season, the summer season here. It's from September of 1964. It's on the General record label. The gal's name is Cindy Gibson, and the name of the tune is called, in parentheses, A Lovely Summer Night. This is going out to Mnon.
Stars are shining so bright down, oh, down.
As by request for listener Amnon there, her name is Cindy Gibson. Cindy Gibson from September 1964. It's on the General record label. I'm pretty sure that's out of Philadelphia. A song entitled A Lovely Summer Night. And yes, it is a lovely summer night. Glad you can spend your Monday night with Johnny G from 8 to 11 here. We continue here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. And we go to August of 1966 for this In Demand 45. Came out on the AGP record label. I like both sides of this 45. I'm featuring the up-tempo side tonight. But actually, if you want me to flip a record over, we're doing ad hoc here on the Monday night. So if you have Johnny G, can you flip the record over? If you know the record's good. But I pre-tested all these 45s tonight. So but again, I know the flip side of this is excellent. It's a nice rendition of the tune Human, that Tommy Hunt did. But this one here is by a group called the Ad-Libs. I know a lot of people are looking for this tune. The Ad-Libs from August of 1966. The name of the tune is called New York in the Dark. Called the Ad-Libs. Yeah, the Ad-Libs that recorded The Boy from New York City, plus a whole bunch of other releases also, but this is on the AGP record label, a song entitled New York in the Dark, again, singing about the blackout in New York City. That's what that song really is about, but those are the Ad-Libs, August 1966 release. Johnny G here, spinning my original vinyl 1960s 45s. Let's continue here, and I know Warren Russell, I think Warren Russell's a big fan of the Righteous Brothers. I'm pretty sure he knows this tune, but I like this song here. One of their releases on the Moonglow record label. It's from June of 1966. We'll give it a spin here. The Righteous Brothers here on Moonglow. We'll send it out to Warren. It's called Bring Your Love to Me.
Long to be kissed, and your heart cries for love that you have missed. Bring your love to me, darling, please don't you be a fool. No, don't go to him. Bring your love to me, just to be your lips next to mine once more would be just what my heart's been crying for. So please take my hand, darling, please walk away with me. Please don't go with him. Bring your love to me. When you're in his arms, I can feel my heart crying. When he takes your hand, I can feel my soul die. How could I be so blind to lose a love that was only mine? All the stories that I heard were wrong. Without your love, I can't go on. So bring your love to me, darling, please don't you be a fool. No, don't go to him. Bring your love to me. Bring your love. Please bring your love to me. I got to have your love to me.
June 1966 release there for the Righteous Brothers. The Righteous Brothers on the Moonglow record label, Bring Your Love to Me. Reed mentions that it comes with two different flips. I think the flip on this release is, I Need a Girl, which is a great tune. I think, is that the more common one? I'm not sure, because when I saw that, I said, I don't think I have this I Need a Girl on this late number, 249 Moonglow. But anyway, we'll call it a great two-sided 45. Let's continue here. And I don't know anything about this next record, and maybe it's new for a bunch of you here listening to and watching Johnny G here in the vinyl community on YouTube. I want to welcome all the vinyl community to the Vinyl Treasure Show. If you're new to the show, please subscribe and click the like. Click the like so YouTube knows how many people like the video here. I've been getting a real big response on the Saturday night show. We want to do the same thing on the Monday night show. But this group is called The Four Thoughts, and it's on a label called Womar, W-O-M-A-R, and the name of the tune is called Kisses and Roses. Let me know what you think of The Four Thoughts on the Womar label. Rate this record.
Kisses and roses. gonna make you happy. Kisses and roses, baby, yeah.
That group is called The Four Thoughts. The Four Thoughts on the Womar, W-O-M-A-R record label, song entitled Kisses and Roses. That's what Johnny G gives Barbara every Valentine's Day. Kisses and Roses. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here on this Monday night edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. And let's continue now. This is a request. This is a request for Tom Shaughnessy as we go back to January of 1967 for this group known as the Caesars. The Caesars on the Laney record label. This is going out to Tom. The name of the tune is called Get Yourself Together.
Friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ear. You better get yourself together, girl. Ooh. Your love, love, baby, was a
As by request for Tom Shaughnessy, they're a group called the Caesars. The Caesars from January 1967 on the Laney record label. It's called Get Yourself Together. Now, listener Andrew Turner is currently in our YouTube chat room, and we are all part of the vinyl community. Johnny G playing original vinyl here. So, as I mentioned, if you want to hear, at least on this Monday night show, everything is really ad hoc here. I can flip the 45s over, and Andrew Turner says, let's flip this 45 over. And Warren wants me to flip a record. I think the Al Apollo is also a good flip side too, by the way. But let's flip over this Caesars record. Andrew Turner says we need to flip it over. Here is the name. The name of the tune is called La La, that's in parentheses, I Love You. So we'll do that here. Arranged by Hugh Walham. This is the B-side of the 45. This is for Andrew Turner, the Caesars. Instant request. The Caesars with their tune called I Love You. This is I Love You by the Caesars going out to Andrew.
La 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 la.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's for Andrew Turner there. I like that side better for some reason there. That's December 19. What did I say? Was it December? I lost my place here. No, January 1967. Somebody has December 1966, January 1967 there for the Caesars. The Caesars, and that's the B-side. It's called La La, I Love You. Kind of sounded like the Stereos. You know, Stereos Do I Really Love You from 1961 on the Cub record label. But anyway, oh yeah, Byron mentioned that in the chat room there. Yes, it does. Johnny G here on a Monday evening, spinning ad hoc 1960s 45s. Let's continue here. Now, on my 50s show, 50s and early 60s show, one of my top requesters, Mady Campway from California, she requested the flip side of this 45 from May of 1963 by Fannie and the Varcelles. They were originally from North Philadelphia. It's a female lead with a male group backing. Came out on the Philadelphia Lash label, and the lead singer is Fannie Lee Cobb. And the side I played a couple weeks ago, I think, or at the on the August 28th show, was called The Guy. But the other side is actually also a pretty cool up-tempo side. So let's give it a spin here on the All 60 show. It's from May 63, Fannie and the Varcelles on the Lash label, and the tune is called Inside of Me.
Mama taught me to be good.
As May 1963 there for Fannie and the Varcelles. Came out on the Lash record label. It's out of Philadelphia. Inside of Me is the name of the two. Now Fannie Lee Cobb, she would later join Honey and the Bees. But not the group that recorded for Arctic or Josie. They recorded, Charlene, what was that label that they recorded for? We asked John Clemente about that, and he didn't even know about it when he wrote the book about Honey and the Bees. But anyway, Johnny G's spinning original vinyl 45s. Now this is a request for Warren. This is when Johnny G can do instant requests, when I can flip over a 45. And I forget how many records ago I played that Al Apollo, really cool record called I'm Walking, and I wanted to hear the flip side here. And this is Al Apollo. This is the flip side of I'm Walking from April 63 on the Cub record label. Yes, Byron, a division of MGM Records. It was called Orbit Records first, by the way, but they had to change their name. They were sued by the original Orbit record company. But anyway, this is going out to Warren Russell, Al Apollo on Cub, a tune called I Laughed.
It happened at the party last night when you said we were through. I thought that it was funny and I was gonna tell it to you, and so I laughed. There's no denying I laughed. There will be no sighing, I laughed instead of crying over you. You thought that I would cry when you said goodbye, my dear, but I fooled you with a laugh instead of shedding a tear, and so I laughed. There's no denying I laughed. There will be no sighing, I laughed instead of crying over you. I can't see why I should cry just to help you build your pride. That's the way it's got to be. Don't expect no tears from me, 'cause I laugh. There's no denying I laugh. There will be no sighing, I laugh instead of crying over you. But let me thank you for the fun that I have had, it's true. I hope that you'll find someone else who just might have cried for you, because I laugh. There's no denying I laugh. There will be no sighing, I laugh instead of crying over you. I said I laugh. There'll be no sighing, I laugh. I won't deny it, I laugh instead of crying over you. I said I laugh. There's no denying I laugh. There will be no sighing, I laugh.
April 63 requests there for Warren Russell by Al Apollo. Al Apollo on the Cub record label. It's called I Laugh, the flip side of I'm Walking. Johnny G here, not walking till 11 o'clock. So we'll continue here with the All 60s edition. And I'm going to flip over that General 45 out of Philadelphia. Amnon requested Cindy Gibson from September 64, A Lovely Summer Night. Let's flip it over here. I just noticed at the bottom there, it says Cindy Gibson with the Tiffany's. So let's give a listen to this side here. It's called I'll Always Love You. This is Cindy Gibson.
I always love you, can't you see?
That's Johnny G's request there for Cindy Gibson. Cindy Gibson and the Tiffany's backing her up there, September 64. I get that right? Yeah, on the General record label, and a song entitled "I'll Always Love You." Let's continue here on the Monday's 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. Normally, this record turns up on a styrene press, and the painted on labels, I think it also has the labels stuck on, but they're styrene. But this is a promo copy. This is the way you want to get this record. You want to get the promo copy because it's a nice hard vinyl copy of this. So when I saw this, I said, that's a premium. So if I were to sell this 45, it would be at a premium. Although this record is not, I don't know, maybe some places it lists up there, but I like this record. My first copy of this had a skip in it. I found it at a flea market for 10 cents, but it was wrecked. But this is a nice copy. I like this tune by Tracy Day, co-written by Eddie Rambeau. We go back to June of 64. Tracy Day on the Amy label. It's called Hanging On to My Baby.
Hanging on to my baby. Hanging on to my baby. Hanging on to my baby. Hanging on to my baby. Maybe someday he'll have to give up his fortune and fame. Maybe someday he's gonna lose all he's got. But if his future loves him, I'll be standing right by him. And I don't mean maybe, 'cause I'm hanging on to my baby. Whoa, 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 yeah. Maybe someday his mansion will crumble down to the ground. Just suppose all of his riches turn to rags. Well, we'll face it with pride, 'cause I'll be right by his side. And I don't mean maybe, 'cause I'm hanging on my baby. He may be penniless someday, but if there comes a time when he's penniless, I'll stay. 'Cause rich or poor, he's mine, oh mine. Maybe someday he'll have to go out and beg for a dime. But you can't bet your money on one thing sure. If he's out in the cold, he'll still have my hand to hold. And I don't mean maybe, 'cause I'm hanging on to my baby. Whoa, 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 yeah. And I don't mean maybe, 'cause I'm hanging on to my baby. Whoa, 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 yeah. Hanging on to my baby. 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 Hanging on to my baby.
That's Miss Tracy Day. Miss Tracy Day. Johnny G trying to find something here. Give me give me 1 second if I can find an original copy of this. Okay, there we go. But anyway, that's Tracy Day. I like that tune there, Hanging On to My Baby. That one there from June 1964 on the Amy record label. You want that, folks. If you're collecting 45s, you want that on the vinyl press. You don't want that styrene, that painted on styrene. Never use alcohol and get alcohol on a painted on styrene label, because you will erase it. You'll permanently erase it. Yes, you will. Johnny G here on a Monday evening spinning original vinyl 45s. Thank you all. All of you in the vinyl community here, and vinyl community watching Johnny G, also listening, or I'll be posting this show up on my it'll be on the YouTube archive, and it also will be on my website, vinyltreasures.net. So I know John Ferry likes to go there to download them, listen to Johnny G in the car. I really appreciate that. But let's continue here. And I know there were a couple people that like rockabilly music, and I normally don't feature that on my Saturday night show, but we go wild here on Monday night, so I can feature some cool rockabilly. So I'll play a couple rockabilly records. One actually is a duplicate, so it is available for sale if somebody wants to buy it. But it'll be the press that I am selling too, or will sell. But anyway, this is a rare 45, and I'll show it again to Brian, because Brian said I think I have the second press of this. But you all know a Roy Orbison, such a great artist, Roy Orbison. But I think he was a member of this group called the Teen Kings, and this song originally came out. Oh no, I will say it. Many people own this record on the Sun record label, but I have the first press, which is on the Jewel label, and I don't think it's the same press. I think he re-recorded the Sun release, but Spence offered me this record a number of years ago before his passing, and I said, well, there's certain records that I want to keep in my collection, like I have Frankie Valli's first record on Corona. I have a nice copy of that. I also have it on a 78. But there's certain records that I want that are not group harmony related, and this was one of them. And I know that Bip Bop Boom, John, he likes rockabilly, and also Dennis, listening in Washington State. Thank you, Dennis, for your email, and I'll send this one out to you. And who else likes rockabilly in here? Bobby from Texas likes rockabilly, and who else? Anyway, a few people like rockabilly, but anyway, we'll play a little bit here. But, Monday's basically the 60s, but we'll go a little wild sometimes. But I like this tune, I really do. It's the Teen Kings with Roy Orbison on lead here, and I'm featuring it on the Jewel record label. So we'll show it to Brian Korn, and he'll tell me if I have the second issue of it, which I think I do. But anyway, going out to all the rockabilly lovers out there, and Brian, yes, you like rockabilly. These are the Teen Kings with Roy Orbison on lead on the Jewel record label, and his tune called Ooby Dooby.
Hey, baby, jump over here when you do the ooby dooby. I wanna be near ooby dooby, 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 doo wah, doo wah, doo wah. Well, you wiggle to the left, you wiggle to the right, you do the ooby dooby with all your might. Ooby dooby, 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 doo wah, doo wah, doo wah. Shake like a big rattlesnake. You do the ooby dooby till you think your heart will break. Ooby dooby, 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 doo wah, doo wah, doo wah.
you go. That is the Teen Kings with Roy Orbison there on the Jewel record label. And we'll show it to John in the chat, in my YouTube chat room. He'll tell me if I have. I think the spelling of his name needs to be incorrect for the original. But this April 1956. Where's Ed? Oh, there's Rockin' Ed. Anyway, I didn't get a copyright issue with that record anyway. But anyway, so this next record, so we'll continue with the rockabilly sound here, and this is the record I have a duplicate on, so I'm going to use this as kind of like a selling area too, but of course not all these records are for sale, I'll tell you, but I do have a duplicate on this record, and many of you I'm sure know this song because it was featured in the Alan Freed movie. I forget, was it Rock Rock Rock? Was that the movie that the Johnny Burnette trio performed this, or they lip synced to the record? But anyway, this is a Tiny Bradshaw originally recorded this song on the King record label. I have that on green vinyl, which is pretty cool, and I have featured it on my 50 show because I do feature R&B, and I used to do a rockabilly record of the week, but I could feature rockabilly here. This is from October of 1956. This is my duplicate copy, so you can hear how it sounds. It's in okay condition, but I got a nice copy. Not too long ago. But let's give it a spin here. The Johnny Burnette Trio. I'm sure many of you know this tune. It's The Train Kept A-Rollin' from October 1956 on the Coral label.
I called a train, I met a dame. She was a hefty and a real gone dame. She was pretty, from New York City, and we trucked on down that old Faire lane with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. Get along, sweet little woman, get along. Better be young when you're wet, you get along. Sweet little woman, get along. Better be young when you're wet, you with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. Well, the train kept a rolling all night long. The train kept a rolling all night long. The train kept a moving all night long. The train kept a rolling all night long with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. We made a stop at Albuquerque. She must have thought that I was a real gone jerk. We got off the train at El Paso. Her loving was so good, Jack, I couldn't let her go. Get along, well, I just couldn't let her go. Get along, sweet little woman, get along. Let me jump on your when we get along. Sweet little woman, get along. Let me jump on your way with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. Well, the train kept a rolling all night long. The train kept a rolling all night long. The train kept a rolling all night long. The train kept a rolling all night long with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go.
That is my duplicate copy there from October 1956. It's a stock copy on the Coral record label. The Johnny Burnette Trio, The Train Kept A-Rollin' is the name of the tune. If you like rockabilly, send Johnny. I know some people do. That is a fact. But if you have a special rockabilly song to play, I have a lot of rockabilly in my collection because I've run, especially on the certain labels like Federal and King. I have quite a few on some of the big labels there, but some of those like obscure labels not necessarily, but I do have some. I will say that. Johnny G here on a Monday evening spinning original vinyl 45s. We go back to the 60s now. This is a request for Cheryl Morgan. Thank you, Cheryl, for being a loyal listener to the Vinyl Treasure Show. And she wanted to hear this group called the Chevelles. Are they from the UK? I don't know, but they definitely sound like they're from the UK. I don't really go into the deep research and check my notes on the Monday night show because I want to get a lot of records into play. But this one's from July of '64, going out to Cheryl, the Chevelles on the World Artists record label, which is out of Pittsburgh. The song is called "How Would You Like Me to Love You?"
You like me to love you with a love that's so rare? Or don't you care so long as I love you with a love that's so true? I'll give my heart to you. How would you like me to kiss you? Just one tender kiss. Remember this, that I'll always love you with a love that's so true. I'll give my love to you. There's just too much I'd like to say to you in such a short time, but all I want to hear from you is that you are mine. How would you like me to hold you? In my arms you belong. That can't be wrong so long as I love you with a love that's so true. I'll give my heart to you. I'd like to say to you in such a short time, but all I want to hear from you is that you are mine. How would you like me to hold you? In my arms you belong. That can't be wrong so long as I love you with a love that's so true. I'll give my heart to you. I'll give my heart to you. I'll give my heart to you.
As by request for listener Cheryl Morgan, that is the second of two for a group called the Chevelles, spelled with an S. The Chevelles sounding like a UK group for sure, but I'm not sure if they are. They sound like it, that is for sure. But anyway, that's on the World Artists record label, a song entitled How Would You Like Me to Love You? How would you like Johnny G to play my 45s? Thank you all for being here. The vinyl community tuned into the Vinyl Treasure Show here on YouTube. And this next song, I'm sending out special requests to listener Miami Santi. Miami Santi, thank you for your support and for tuning into the Vinyl Treasure Show and for being a great listener. I appreciate that. And I know he likes the Four Seasons. This is one of my favorite Four Seasons 45s. I don't think I'm going to get a I was checking on YouTube to make sure I don't get a copyright strike, but I didn't see any, and somebody was playing the original 45s. Unless they're from another country, then I can get in trouble. But this is my favorite, and I hope that Santi likes it too. This is Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, October 1964. This is the big hit of the night, folks. I think this was a top 20 record nationally for the Four Seasons on the Philips label. The Four Seasons from October 64. We'll send this one out to Miami Santi. It's called Big Man in Town.
Big man in
Well, I'm going to send that one out to Miami Santi. I know he likes the Four Seasons there. That's one of my favorite tunes, but I didn't see any copyright notification going along my excellent stream connection. I hope you guys are. It's a different view. My nephew was here. I had computer problems yesterday. Oh my God, I thought I got hacked. My sister trying to help her brother, my sister Tony, because I have an a router, and it wasn't, I'm telling you, I totally ripped Optimum. Totally ripped them, ripped the guy that came here, the tech guy. I called customer service twice. I said, you guys are horrible. Horrible. And my nephew who was here at a wedding, he came up from Austin, Texas. He got me all set up. I had to go back and restore my computer because this guy got hold of my PC. I let him like a fool because I believed him, but it was and he had the nerve to call me this morning. The nerve to call me, but I didn't answer. So that kind of tells me maybe he didn't get my information, because you don't want anybody to take hold of your PC. They can, because my nephew was telling me they can download it in a second. You don't even know they downloaded your tax returns or your PDFs. So when he called me up, it was like maybe he didn't finish the job. But I said, look, I got to do a radio show. I can't do this yet. Oh, call me tomorrow, But I was a fool. Anyway, let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We just heard the Four Seasons, and I know Miami Santi also likes the Beatles, but this is going to be the closest thing we're going to get to the Beatles. And I think I got another record that'll be the closest thing we get to the Beatles, but for the Beatles, these are the American Beatles that tried to be like the Beatles, and they have a number of singles, believe it or not, and they were also on Dick Clark's American Bandstand, but I don't know if they did this one on American Bandstand, but it's from July 64. This was probably recorded for the Yori label originally, because I think their first releases came out on Yori, but because I noticed that the writer on this is Bob Yori, but it's a Beatles sounding record from July of 64, the American Beatles on the Roulette record label. It's called Hey, Hey, Girl. Johnny G getting caught here, but just bear with me, folks. I can't find the 40. Oh, here it is. I knew I would find the 45, and I guess I'm not going to show it to you yet, because we're going to see if we can even get closer. If we could even get closer to the Beatles. But those were the American Beatles, and they were American. And Brian says they sound more like the Dave Clark 5 on that 45. Maybe they do, but they definitely look like the Beatles. They're called the American Beatles, Hey Hey Girl, on the Roulette record label from July 1964. Now we're going to stay in 64. Actually, this is earlier. This is February 64, and I guess this is even closer to the Beatles that we can get, because this is a Lennon and McCartney pen tune, and I don't know if they sang this song, the Beatles. Maybe some of you out there probably know if they did or not, but this is a group called The Foremost. It's on the Atco record label, and this is a little bit closer we'll get to the Beatles, and let's see if I get a copyright issue, but I doubt it. It's called I'm in Love, on the Atco record label by The Foremost.
I got something to tell you, I'm in love. I've been longing to tell you, I'm in love. You believe me when I tell you, I'm in love with you. You're my kind of girl. You make me feel proud. You make me wanna shout all around. Yes, I'm telling all my friends, I'm in love. Every night I can sleep thinking of you, and every little thing that you do. Yes, I'm telling all my friends, I'm in love. Oh yeah, I'm sitting on top of the world. I'm in love with a wonderful girl. Yes, I never felt so good before. If this is love, give me more, 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 more. Every night I can sleep thinking of you, and every little thing that you do. Yes, I'm telling all my friends, I'm in love. Oh yeah, I'm sitting on top of the world. I'm in love with a wonderful girl, and I never felt so good before. If this is love, give me more, 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 more. Every night I can sleep thinking of you, and every little thing that you do. Yes, I'm telling all my friends, I'm in love. Yes, I'm telling all my friends, I'm in love, in love. Yes, I'm telling all my friends, I'm in love.
Oh, a copyright strike on this one? I hope not. Brian, did you get a strike, or did you say remove it? Because maybe they'll block the video. So if I get to have to remove it, but anyway, you're listening to, you'll be able to hear it again, on my Vinyl Treasure, vinyltreasures.net page. Didn't see any copyright issue yet, so I don't know. Maybe I'll be okay. Would be interesting if I do. But anyway, those are The Foremost. The Foremost from I like that song better. I didn't want to play Respectable, but I like that song better. I'm in Love, a Lennon and McCartney tune from February of 1964. Hope you're enjoying the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go back to the request this time. I like this record that Emnon requested. It's out of California. This label, Flip Records, known for great group harmony 45s, but they also had some soulful records. Brian, if it's still up, does it play? If it plays, I'll be fine. Because I get claims on everything. I usually get claims on about 8 records, but the owners let it play. So that's really all I care about, on the Vinyl Treasure Show. But anyway, here's a request for Emnon. Let's go back to January 66. This was a 10-cent purchase. And actually a great purchase, I would have to say, because I like this record. And it's requested by Emnon. Her name is Danita James. Danita James. Wasn't Danita James also a member of the Blossoms? Yes, she was. And she also has this solo release from January 66 on the Flip record label. Both sides are excellent, but I prefer this. Well, actually, I like both sides of the record. Let's give it a spin. Danita James, January 1966 on the Flip label. It's called I Have Feelings Too, by request for Amnon. As by request for Amnon there, that's Danita James. Danita James out of Los Angeles, California on the Flip record label. I Have Feelings Too is the name of that one. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Got to get that record up for Valente next. But anyway, we go to Philadelphia. Actually, it'll be a twin spin in Philadelphia because I'll have another request coming up after this for this group known as the Destinations. This one came out on the Cameo record label as we go back to July 1966. For the Destinations on Cameo and their tune called Tell Her.
If you ever see the girl for me, tell her that I love her. Tell her that I care. Ever needs me, ooh, tell her I
Originally done by the Druvels, right? Patty Drew and the Druvels, I think, originally on the Capitol record label. That is the male version of the tune called Tell Her by the Destinations out of Philadelphia on the Cameo record label. Johnny G here on a Monday evening. Thank you all. Welcome to the vinyl community here on YouTube. And up next, I have a special request for a new listener to the Vinyl Treasure Show, Valente Avila. Valente Avila, welcome to the Vinyl Treasure Show. He is a record collector like Johnny G, and he's hearing a lot of these cool tunes for the first time, but he is a very knowledgeable collector out in California, so we welcome him here to our vinyl community, and he requested a very rare 45. I remember he was telling me that he had a chance to buy this record, and I was communicating with him via text back and forth. I told him, I said, Valente, this is a very expensive 45. Really is. And Greg sold me this copy here. There's really not many around. I think there's got to be at least 3 or 4 copies of this record, or 4 copies, I'll say, that are known now. But I know Greg has one and I have one, and then there's a couple people out in California, so that's got to be about 4. But anyway, this group originally recorded as the Sundials on the Gaiden label. They had a release in 1962, Chapel of Love, but this was their second release. They changed their name to Jimmy and the Sundials, and the lead singer on this is Jimmy Mathis, and he wrote this tune. This record came out on Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone label and released in April of 1963. We're going to send this one out to Valente. Special request to Valente, Jimmy and the Sundials on V-Tone. It's called All About You.
It's all about it.
That's a special request for Valente. He requested a very rare 45, Jimmy and the Sundials. Jimmy Mathis, the lead singer, he also wrote the tune. That one there on Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone record label, April 63. All About You is the name of the tune. I want to welcome also Robert Castillo into the YouTube chat room there. Yes, Robert, you got to flip over your 45s. You got to listen to the B-side of the records there, because they're, but especially in the 1950s, because the B-sides, they weren't really so much throwaways. As you get into the later 60s and 70s, the flip sides were more throwaways, and a lot of the record companies, mainly Columbia for one, but a lot of other companies, I think even Motown did it, because Motown wanted quality, not quantity. But, you know, on some of these records, both sides easily could have been, you know, the hit side. Unfortunately, but they weren't. But anyway, that is a rare 45, ultra rare 45 to find, and we'll send that one out by special request to Valente. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and here's a record I picked up for a dime when I was a teenager. Used to go to all these flea markets and garage sales, and I was collecting, you know, hundreds and hundreds of record labels at the time, and I had a big, thick Ken Cleeth. It was a 3-ring binder with all these labels in it, and I would just check them off if I had them. And again, you know, I collected Columbia and Capitol and Epic, all the major labels, and also lots of the smaller labels. But anyway, Josie was a big label, and they have some really great records on Josie going way back to the mid-1950s. But I like this soulful sound here by a duet. They're called Bobby and Mitch. I think that's it. No, Michi. Typed it wrong. Bobby and Michi. It's called The Sound of Soul. This is on the Josie record label. This one came out in September of 1966. It's called Hey Girl, I Still Love You. Tell me what you think of this tune.
Hey girl, don't let him get you down. Don't let him wrap you around his finger. And say, girl, I know you better listen to me, girl. Hear what I'm saying. Oh, girl, listen. Keep my watch on him. Try to make him stay. Don't give him a chance to find a new romance. And say, girl, you better check yourself and get wise to him. Ooh, girl, you know you gotta be strong, but be nice to him. I know you better listen to me, girl. Hear what I'm saying. Oh, girl, listen. Keep a watch on him. Try to make him stay. Give him a chance to find a new romance. Say, girl, you better check yourself and get wise to him. But ooh, girl, you know you've got to be strong, so be nice to him. But then, girl, I've got one more thing to say. You better be good to him in every way, because girl, I still love you. I said, girl, hey girl, I said,
There you go there. That is It's Johnny G losing his bearings there. That is the first of two on the Josie record label by Bobby and Michi. Bobby and Michi, they're called The Sound of Soul. That one there from September of 1966 on the Josie label. Hey Girl, I Still Love You. Hey girls and guys, Johnny G here, spinning original vinyl 45s. We do it every Monday from 8 to 11 p.m. So I'll be here till 11 p.m. tonight, probably signing off, right on time because tomorrow is a work day, but so glad to be here. But hopefully you're digging on the cool 1960s 45s out of my collection. And let's go to back to Los Angeles, California for a group known as the Attractions. The Attractions, and this I like this side. I like the B-side of this 45 better. It's from January of 1967, came out on the Bell record label. I have a nice vinyl press of this. It's the Attractions from 67. It's called Destination U.
I feel like an arrow flying dead at its mark. My destination is you, baby. I feel like a bullet 45 heading right at you. Oh yeah, a DC line in the sky on a straight line. My destination is you, baby. And I just can't wait to hold you. You're my satisfaction in the midnight hour. Oh yeah, yeah. And I can't see how I've done without you so long. Nah. A few more miles to go, baby, and I'll be home. My destination, baby. You, yeah. I feel like a baseball star heading home. My destination is you, baby. I feel like a prophet. Give me you or give me death. Oh yeah, a satellite orbiting, beep beep, beeping on you. Oh baby, oh destination you, baby. My destination is wow you, and I'm gonna love you every day, yeah, and every way. Woo, yeah. I counted every second until I arrived. My one consolation was you'll be waiting. So be available, get ready, 'cause here I come. Oh yeah, my destination, baby. I might take a train, might take an aeroplane, roller skate, tricycle, unicycle, skateboard. I just might skip, might take a rocket ship. Destination, baby, destination you. Well, you, baby. Oh, train, yeah, aeroplane, roller skate, tricycle, unicycle, skateboard. I just might skip.
There you go. They're the Attractions on the Bell record label, January 1967 release, song entitled Destination U. Johnny G is your destination here on the Vinyl Treasure Show in the vinyl community of YouTube. Welcome you all to the show. If you're new to the broadcast, please subscribe to my YouTube page and click the bell to get notifications when I go live. As we continue here, it's the All 60s edition. I love this next tune quite a bit, as I'm sure many of you love Sugar Pie De Santo. Sugar Pie De Santo had so many great releases through her career. She goes way back to the 1955, I think, recording for Federal Records and on and different labels too. But she started off with with vocal groups backing her up, some good R&B releases, but then she became so very soulful later on in her career, but or I should say for the majority of her career. And I really love this tune by her from October of 1963. Came out on the Checker label. She's got a ton of releases on Checker and also the Cadet label, but she wrote this song from October 63. Tell me what you think of Sugar Pie De Santo on Checker Records, a song she wrote. It's called Crazy Lovin'. That's a great sound of Sugar Pie De Santo. Sugar Pie De Santo on the Checker record label. What a great tune that is. A song entitled Crazy Lovin'. Johnny G here on a Monday evening spinning 1960s 45s out of my collection. Really can't tell you much about this next song, but it's on the UPPP, or Up. I don't know how you really want to pronounce it, but it's by Bobby Allen and the GPs, G-E-E space P-E-E-S. What a name. Anyway, it's Bobby Allen and the GPs, and the tune written by Floyd McRae. And this is the intended A-side of the 45. It's from 1966. This is one I found in my travels for a quarter. Let's see how good this is. Bobby Allen and the GPs on the Up UPPP with 3 P's record label. It's called Here She Comes Again.
something deep inside. It keeps on telling me, don't you love her so? Yes, I do. Why don't you let her know? No, she belongs to my best friend. My best friend. My best friend. My best friend. Oh, I hope someday to be how much as lucky as he is. And find myself a girl as sweet as she is. Oh, here comes my baby. Here she comes. Oh, hey, hey, she looks so fine now. Here comes my baby now. Hey, hey, hey. I see my baby walking down the street.
There you go. That is Bobby Allen and the GPs. That one there on the Up, we'll call it Up record label from 1966, song entitled Here She Comes Again. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show for a Monday evening. Up next, got a request for Mark Speck. Just entered the YouTube chat room. Thank you, Mark, for joining the vinyl community tonight. This is the vinyl community on YouTube. Johnny G is your host this evening. We're spinning original vinyl 45 60s style here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And he requested a B-side to a Ben Aiken 45. The A-side was a nice ballad called Stay Together, Young Lovers. And the flip side is nice too. It's a faster tune by Ben Aiken. This is by request for Mark Speck. We go back to September of 1965, Morris Levy's Roulette record label. Ben Aiken by request from Mark. It's called Hurry on Home.
Without a minute hand, yeah. I'm just like the boy looking for the ice cream man. Without the sun, there would be no shadows. Without your love, pretty baby, nothing matters. I'm just like a candle, yeah, lost its glow. Just like a little lamp without a way to go. I'm just like a robin without a song to sing, yeah. I'm just like a guitar without a string. I'm lonely, carry on home. Lonely, carry on home. Oh, baby, baby, won't you please come home now? I'm just like a gypsy, yeah, looking for home. I'm just like a dog searching for his bone. Yeah, I'm just like a ship that's lost at sea. Yeah, I need you to come, pretty mama, and rescue me. I'm lonely, hurry on home. Lonely, hurry on home. Oh, baby, 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 won't you please come home now? Come on home, yeah.
As by request from Mark Speck there, that Ben Aiken with a song entitled Hurry On Home from September 66. And that is a Squire production, and Mark mentions that it first came out on the Squire label, the local Squire label. Why? Is that in Ohio? Mark, is that an Ohio-based label, if I may ask? But I got to look for that on the Squire label, and written by Lorraine Ellison, by the way. Lorraine Ellison and Samuel Bell wrote both sides of that 45. How about a twin spin on Morris Levy's Roulette record label, and this group's biggest hit was in 1963. I'm sure you all know the tune, Easier Said Than Done, but they had a number of releases on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. This one's from February 64, a tune written by Robert Mosley and Joe Armstead, and this one features the lead singer of Anita Humes and the Essex from February 64 on the Roulette label. It's called What Did I Do?
I still feel the same way that I did before. Why can't you see, my darling, I love you even more. I can tell by the look in your eyes that you came back to make me cry. Now what did I do? Why make me suffer? Oh, what did I do? Why make me blue? Oh, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do to you? I only want you for a year, for my very own. I don't want to go through life helpless and alone. Baby, you know that I was true. I gave my heart and my soul to you. Now what did I do? Why make me suffer? Oh, what did I do? To find another? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do to you? I thought that you would be fair, and I'm hoping that you still care. Can't you see that I really love you? Open up your heart and love me too, yeah. If you come back to stay, or are you gonna walk away? It's either now or never that we are gonna be together. Now I will never do you no wrong, 'cause my love for you is so strong. Now what did I do? Why make me suffer? Oh, what did I do? Why make darling, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do to you? What did I do? What did I do? Why make me suffer? What did I do? Why make me suffer? Why make me suffer? What did I do? Why make me suffer?
That's a great sound of Anita Humes and the Essex there. February 64 release, a twin spin on the Roulette record label. What Did I Do is the name of that tune. We continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and we go to Don Roby's Peacock record label for this next release. It's a duo. They go by the name of Bob and Peggy. This one released in September of 1963. This is the intended B-side of the 45. Bob and Peggy. It's called I'm Gonna Love My Way.
You said there'd be no more kissing the night we quarreled and said goodbye. But can you stand what you'd be missing? Or maybe was it just a lie? Just like I did down from the start. I'm gonna do since we're apart. I'm gonna love my way right back in your heart. Right back in your heart. Love my way right back in your heart.
duets here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Looked like there was a buffering there for a second. But anyway, that's Bob and Peggy. Bob and Peggy, I'm Gonna Love My Way. That one there, Don Roby's Peacock record label, September 1963. We are doing the All 60s edition here every Monday from 8 to 11 p.m. right here live at the Vinyl Community on YouTube here. So if you want to become part of the Vinyl Community, please subscribe to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. So many people and so many websites, or I should say YouTube sites, part of the Vinyl Community. And thank you all for tuning in this evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. Let's go back to October of 1967 for this group known as I think it's called the Excavations. It's spelled Saveyons, and this is on a label called Smoke Records, and it was released in October of 1967, and it's called I Don't Love You No More. Tell me what you think of this tune, the Excavations. I'm botched up there. They're called the Excavations. Excavations. That's yawns, I guess. But anyway, that's on the Smoke record label. That one came out in October of 1967. I Don't Love You No More. The Excavations. I guess that's how you say it. Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue here. And here's a request for Tom Shaughnessy. Tom Shaughnessy requested the Four Sonics, and they do a nice, actually a very soulful rendition of this song. You all know the song, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, but this is a soulful version by the Four Sonics. The Four Sonics from December 67? Yeah, December 1967 on the Sport record label. Let's give it a spin. The Four Sonics with You Don't Have to Say You Love Me for Tom Shaughnessy.
I said
It's by request. It's by request for Tom Shaughnessy there. Those are the Four Sonics. As Johnny G losing his mind here. Yeah, the Four Sonics there. On the Sport record label, their rendition of the tune You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, released in December of 1967. Johnny G here on a Saturday evening, and this is actually a request for Andrew Turner on the last, I can't remember because last week I didn't do the Monday night show. I had problems with the PC with getting the stream going. I have since updated the modem, and hopefully the picture is clear and it's not buffering and you guys can enjoy it. I know how terrible it could be when the stream doesn't really come in because people, you just, after it doesn't come in, you just say, forget this, I'm not dealing with this, and that's the end of the show. But hopefully tonight you're not experiencing any buffering. Byron, no buffering on your end, I hope. But I think I played a 45 by Mask Men and the Agents, as I'm and what was that side called? I forget, but it was the B side. I'll find it here. But Andrew Turner said, Johnny G, you got to flip this 45 over. So we're going to flip it over for Andrew Turner. This is the A side from August of 1968. This is on the Dynamo record label, Mask Man and the Agents. It's called One Eye Open. This is for Andrew Turner.
I met this girl in a down-home church, and everybody called her school teacher. I word old Rev, practically to death. Until I got a chance to meet her, he said, Melinda, don't drink no whiskey. He said, the innocent thing, don't drink no wine. But since I married and brought her back to this great big city, she come home to her all the time. Talking about her buzzing in a fight, screaming and a hollering, a swinging and a missing. I ain't getting no kisses. She keep the water hot, all in that pot. I think me and this girl better part. And you still sleeping there? With one eye open. I said, are you still sleeping there? Your Honor, I told you with one eye open, cause if I close my eyes, I might lose my life. Man, you don't know my wife. What is she doing to you now? She go to bed every night. Yes, she do. Yeah. With a fist ball up tight. Look at her. Jumping in and out of the bed. Hollering, come on, masked man. I'm ready to fight. That's what she said. That's what she trying to do. Then out she run to the kitchen and get the water hot. She missed me with the water, but she caught me with the pot. She picked up a can of biscuits and I gave the dog a bite. He been barking at the moon and acting stupid all night. Well, why don't you call the law? Man, he's married to my mother-in-law. Look at her. Look at that. Look what she does. She's trying to get rid of it. Look at that. I'm putting hot sauce in my blueberry pie. And I ain't going for that. And look at that. She thinks she's gonna do in somebody. Look at that, putting glue in the gravy, trying to get me to shut my mouth. I ain't gonna stop talking. I'm gonna tell everybody about this thing. Yes, I am. What has she done to you now? She's cooking me a meal. Yes, she is. And she called the monkey stew. That's what she doing. She said, come here, masked man. I'm mixing up these herbs just for you. That's what she said. Then when she turned her back, I gave it to the cat. He split out the door and ain't never came back. He's standing up in the alley with a brick in his hand. He grabbed a bulldog in the collar and like the waist in my man. You better keep on. You don't have to worry. What's he trying to do? You better keep on. What you do, Johnny? What you do? What you trying to do? What you do? What you do?
That's the Masked Man and the Agents there from September 1968. It's on the Dynamo record label, One Eye Open, by request for Andrew Turner. Y'all is the side I played. Well, maybe now it's been a while back. when I played that record there on that for my first Monday night show. But then I had problems last weekend with the computer. Got the new modem here, so hopefully the quality is a lot better. And I apologize for that. But anyway, let's continue here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. This next tune made its debut actually when I was a guest on a Dave the Rave's Relics and Rarities show back in, what was that, Dave? Was it way back in August of 2005? It was kind of like my opening night, or my I guess my I don't know, what do you want to call it? My christening to that other station we will not mention. That's probably doing so well now, I guess. But anyway, this made its debut on Dave the Rave Relics and Rarities, and he liked the record. I think he taped it that day, and then he eventually found a copy, because Dave does feature this record on his radio show. But I love this tune. I forget where I got it. I paid a couple dollars for it, but it's not really a popular record, and it's I don't think it's that expensive. I didn't pay much for it, but her name is Joyce Alexander. Joyce Alexander, and it's on the Warner Brothers record label from July of 1963. And it's a cool tune. Let's give it a spin. Joyce Alexander on the Warner Brothers record label from July 63. It's called Here I Come. We'll send this one out to Dave the Rave.
Here I come, fool number one. Oh, why don't I stop? I still have time. How can I take what is not mine? Here I come. Here I come. Wait, don't run. I'm guilty of wanting the one you love, that everyone knows you're not worthy of. Look out, here I come. Don't really want him, you're leading him on. You know you're gonna hurt him, so move along. Yeah. Here I come. Yes, you've had your fun. I've opened his eyes, now get out of sight. I'm on my way and I'll be with him tonight. Look out, here I come. Look out, here I come. Here I come. Look out, here I come. Here I come. Look out, here I come. Hey, here I come. Look out, here I come.
The sound of Joyce Alexander here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Cool tune there. We send that one out to Dave the Rave. Joyce Alexander, Here I Come on the Warner Brothers record label, July 1963. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. We continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And this next singer, he could sing any type of song. He could sing soulful. He could sing pop. He can sing Frank Sinatra crooner. He can sing ballads. He can sing up tempos. He was in vocal groups. He was recorded for multiple labels. I mean, he was on Where the Action Is. He was a regular on Where the Action Is, and he did so much during his career. He owned a record label. He wrote. He produced. He did everything. We'll call him Everything Steve Elamo. And this is a tune I really like by him. And it goes back to September of 1962. It's on the Checker record label, a tune written by Buzz Cason and Tony Moon, released in September 62. Give a listen to Steve Elamo. Steve Elamo on the Checker label. It's called One Good Reason.
to ashes, dust to dust. Go on and leave me if you must. How did I hurt you so? I've got to know. So give me one good reason before you go. A rich man or poor man, a beggar or thief, whoever you choose will bring me grief. But before you go, give me one good reason why I hurt you so. I tried my best, oh, I didn't succeed now. Please consider it, baby. You're the one I need. But if at first now you don't succeed, try again now. That's why I bleed. Oh, forgive me and give me just one good reason before you go. Silence is golden, but truth is divine. If you just tell me what's on your mind, if you let me know why you want to go, just give me one good reason before you go. Come on now, baby, come on now. Give me one good reason.
That's the sound of Steve Elamo here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Checker Records got some cool records on Checker, ABC, Paramount, Atco Records, other labels too. That one there from September 62, One Good Reason by Steve Elamo. Give Johnny G one good reason why you would not want to tune in to the Vinyl Treasure Show and hear all these cool tunes from the 1960s. And I played some rockabilly records too. But I can play instant requests if you ask me to flip the 45 over. But let's continue here. Here's a girl group. As we had, I think this label's out of California, Unical Records. And this is kind of a Phil Spector-ish sound. The group is called The Bonnets. The Bonnets. And it's on the Unical record label, released in November of 1963. The name of the tune is called You Gotta Take a Chance.
The day I met him, my mother told me, you old enough to know if you love him so. Gotta take a chance if you wanna have another. Gotta take a chance that I'll never kiss another. Wait till you hear the church bells chime before you say mine all night. Some for the faithful, some are so
Definitely has that Phil Spector sound. Actually, it sounds like Darlene Love. I don't know, Darlene Love or the Crystals. I mean, really. I mean, it's a great, great tune. The group is called the Bonnets. The Bonnets, as Johnny G loses his place here. The Bonnets from November of 1963. I have it on the. I think the red is the stock copy. I see a bunch of you guys chatting around there in the chat room there. You got the green color label. That is the promo copy. I have the stock copy. The Bonnets, You Gotta Take a Chance is the name of the tune on the Unical record label. You gotta take a chance and tune in to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show every Monday night from 8 to 11 p.m. I will be back on the YouTube site on Saturday from 10 to 1 a.m. We had a really extended show last week, and thank you all for tuning in and actually going to the website and all your emails. Thank you so much for that. Let's continue here, and this is a B-side, if I could ever find my notes, on this. Yes, as we go to Miss Jackie DeShannon. Now, you know, Jackie DeShannon, she has some really cool tunes. The A-side of this 45 is the original rendition of Needles and Pins, a song that actually she didn't write. It was Sonny Bono and Michi that wrote the tune. But the flip side, I'm playing the flip side of this, a tune written by Randy Newman and as done by Jackie DeShannon. It's from April of 1963. This is on the Liberty record label. Jackie DeShannon and her tune called Did He Call Today, Mama?
Did he call today, Mama? Did he phone while I was gone? If he never calls again, how will I go on? Do you think he's found another, and that I'm just as used to be loved? Oh, Mama, did he call for me? I wanna know, have you seen him lately, Mama? Have you seen him on our street? There is something you should tell him if you meet. Tell him that I've been so lonely, and at night I dream of him only. Oh, Mama, did he call for me today? Yeah. All of my friends ask me about him. Should I tell him we're through? I don't want to. You should know I can't go on without him. Mama, what can I do? Did he call today? Mama, did he phone while I was gone? If he never calls again, how will I go on? Do you think he's found another, and that I'm just as used to be loved? Oh, Mama, tell me, Mama, call for me today. Tell me, Mama, your little girl is so tell me, Mama, did he call for me? Tell me, Mama, tell me quick now. Tell me quick now, Mama.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's the flip side of Jackie DeShannon's Needles and Pins. It's called Did He Call Today, Mama, there from April 1963. Liberty Records. As we continue here, it's the All 60s edition. We do it every Monday from 8 to 11 p.m. Let's go to Chicago now, to the MPAC record label. Think this was a sort of a hit up in the Chicago area, or at least it was played up on Chicago stations, and I forget what I paid for this. I paid a couple dollars. I got it from a group harmony collector. He had quite a few expensive 45s, and the other ones were $2 to $5. $50. And they were all on like Chicago and West Coast labels and had a bunch of impacts. And I didn't have this one at the time. We're talking a long time ago, but this group is known as the Accents. And this one came out in June of 1964. Let's give it a spin. The Accents on the Impact record label, June 64. It's called New Girl.
There's a new girl who's just moved in my neighborhood. I said a new girl who's just moved in my neighborhood. I wanna know. 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 Oh, I've got to know her name. She's a cute bass naked with a mellow burn. New girl living in my neighborhood, and I'll give anything for a name to learn. New girl living in my neighborhood. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know that. I wanna know. Yeah, I wanna know. I wanna know. Oh, I've got to know her name. Yeah, when she walked down the street, new girl, don't mind, just get the beat. New girl, oh, that girl, she's so sweet. New girl, until I just have to repeat. New girl, she's a cute bass naked with a mellow burn. New girl living in my neighborhood, and I'll give anything for her name to learn. New girl living in my neighborhood. I wanna know. I wanna know. I gotta know right now. I wanna know. I wanna know. Oh, I've got to know her name. Oh, I'm talking about that new girl. You know I got a new girl. I got a new
They're called the They're called the Accents. The Accents out of Chicago, Illinois on the Impact record label, song entitled New Girl. New Girl from June 1964. Let's continue here, as I know many of you enjoy this next group known as the Artistics. As they were from Chicago too. I think they're pretty sure they were from Chicago, but they have so many great releases during their career. This one's on the Brunswick record label. This might be a B-side, but I think this is the better side. I think I like this side better, but it's from September of 1968 and produced by Carl Davis. These are the Artistics on Brunswick. It's called Lonely Old World.
It's a lonely old world. Oh, yes it is, baby. It's a lonely old world. All right. Would you please forgive me for what I've done to make you want to give your love to another one? All my smiles, and all my little joy. It's a lonely old world. Oh, yes it is, darling. It's a lonely old world. All right, yeah. You used to make me happy when I was feeling blue, and do all those things that only you could do. And I do hope there's still a possibility. Maybe you're coming back, or coming back to me. 'Cause it's a lonely old world. It's a lonely old world. Yeah. All right. I'm lonely, but I ain't gonna be lonely long. Yeah. Ever since you went away, haven't had a happy day. All my days to go along in a crowd. 'Cause I haven't got you to cause it's so long.
Yeah, those are the Artistics. They're liking the Artistics there from September 68 on the Brunswick record label. The Artistics with a lonely, lonely old world. You're never lonely. Not on a Monday night from 8 to 11, and not on a Saturday night from 10 to, I was on till, what was I on till? I was on 4 hours and 10 minutes. And Amnon said, Johnny G, I loved every minute of your show last Saturday. I know it was long, folks, had a lot of requests, and of course I wasn't on the week before, so I figured I had to make up for lost time, but we'll be ending promptly at 11 o'clock tonight, maybe a little overtime. We'll see what I do. We'll see how the chat goes. I got a copyright now. I wonder what that copyright was on. It probably has to be the Artistics record. Maybe not. But anyway, let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and we go back to 1966 now with a request for Amnon, this girl group called the Sweethearts. I like the flip side of this better for some reason, but this side's okay too. This is requested by Amnon, the Sweethearts on the Kent record label. The song is called This Couldn't Be Me by the Sweethearts, going out to Amnon.
This couldn't be me, boy. This couldn't be me. I was happy all by myself, and I didn't want no one else. You walked into my life and caught me by surprise. Yeah, 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 yeah. This could be me, boy. No, this could be me. I have tried all my life to find someone to treat me right. I could fool myself for you, thinking that your love was true. Yeah, 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 yeah. This could be me, boy. This could be me. I really love you, love you. I really need you. Heart and soul. I'll never, never let you go. I was told not to be a fool, the way everybody looked at you. But I didn't take their advice. Now the tears are dropping from my eyes. Yeah, 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 yeah. This could be me, boy. No, this could be me. This could be me, boy. This could be me.
As by request for Amnon there, the Sweethearts from 1966. This Couldn't Be Me is the name of the tune. It's on the Kent record label. Now, like I said, this is ad hoc radio here, and that side really wasn't bad. That was a pretty nice tune there that Amnon requested. But the flip side is the plug side, and we're going to give it a spin here because Warren mentioned that the lead sounded like Diana Ross. Now, if you listen to the flip side here, it sounds like a Supreme record. Now, this tune is called No More Tears. So let's hear how No More Tears sounds by the Sweethearts. This is on the Kent label from 1966. Tell me what Supreme song this sounds like.
I used to love you, love you, love you, love you, yeah. But it's over. It's all over. If you think I'm gonna let you
see that. I see they're saying a heads up. We've detected copyright audio. I wonder if they're thinking that sounds like either Stop in the Name of Love or Back in Your Arms Again, which is possible because they only need a few notes. But anyway, that is actually I think that's a pretty good record. That is their second release on the Kent record label, the second of two on Kent for a group known as the Sweethearts. The Sweethearts on the Kent record label from 1966. No More Tears, and Amnon requested This Couldn't Be Me. Well, this could be Johnny G on a Monday evening. That is correct. You're listening to Johnny G 2 hours earlier. Daniel, mark it down. 2 hours earlier on a Monday evening as we have our little get-together here of the vinyl community on YouTube. And I love this next song. I picked this up for practically nothing. I need his more expensive record on this label, I think. He has a couple others, but I'm missing one. But I like this record. It's the lead singer. It's a solo by the lead singer of the Fireflies. You may know the Fireflies. They had a big hit in '59. You Were Mine is on the Ribbon record label. But he went solo. Has quite a few releases. And I'm talking about Richie Adams. Also wrote so many great tunes. But this one is from August of 1966 on the Congress record label. Give a listen to Richie Adams on Congress with his tune called Every Window in the City.
When I'm down to my last cent, every single penny spent, I take my baby walking through the city. At every fancy store we pass, we press our noses to the glass and dream about the things we'll have someday. There's a dream for every window in the city. There's a dream for everything on display. There's a dream for every window in the city. We know will come true someday. We hold hands as we pass by lighted windows in the sky and dream that one day we'll be living there. Then we catch the corner bus and take our dreams back home with us and talk about the things we're gonna share. There's a dream for every window in the city. There's a dream for everything on display. There's a dream for every window in the city. We know will come true someday. Oh yes it will. We know will come true someday.
That's Richie Adams. He was lead of the Fireflies of You Were Mine fame. And yes, Stella Got a Fella. You are correct, John. He was lead on that. But that's Richie Adams with a solo effort, Every Window in the City, on the Congress record label. Big, really big band, big orchestra sound there, which is a sound that I like, but I collect the Congress record label. Johnny G here spinning original vinyl 45s as we have 16 minutes to go here in the show. And this was like a recent addition to my collection here, because I collect the Delphi record label. But the interesting thing about this is that David Gates is the lead singer on this. You know, David Gates went on to be the lead singer of Bread, but he also goes back to the 1950s, late 50s, and has actually a pretty cool group record on the Mala record label. But to David Gates, he was he fame and fortune when he was a lead singer of Bread, but he also wrote so many great tunes, produced a lot of recordings also. But this is on Bob Keane's Delphi record label, released in June of '64. They're called The Country Boys, and it's a surf record. It's a surf record with David Gates on lead, and he wrote the tune. Give a listen to The Country Boys on Delphi. It's called The Okie Surfer.
Here we are in summer and it really is a drag, 'cause I live in Oklahoma and it's really not my bag. So I bought myself a surfboard and headed for the coast, where the surfing beaches are the most. I wanna surf, 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 surf. When I saw the ocean, man, I nearly fit my gourd. So I sat down on the sand and started waxing down my board. But I think I overdid it, 'cause I tried to turn around and I slipped and fell and almost drowned. Still I gotta surf. As soon as I recovered, I went down to shoot the curl, and sure enough I found myself a pretty surfer girl. But I forgot the sun and was shining awful bright, and I laid awake all last night. Still I wanna surf, 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 surf. One day I was noticing the others stopped to stare, and I finally figured out that they were looking at my hair. So I bought myself some bleach and I poured it on my head, and when I looked my hair was red. Still I gotta surf. Later in the evening, after washing off the sand, I went down to a dance to pick a local surfer band. But I couldn't hear the music, they were stomping on the floor, and then they screamed and yelled and asked for more. I wanna go home.
Okie City, here we come.
I'm back in Oklahoma and it's really not so bad. I suppose that I'm a Grammy now or else a whole dad. I couldn't care less, 'cause I'm happy where I am, and I wanna be a surfing man. I ain't got a Woody anyway. All I got's my 1912 Stanley steamer with a double rifle grandstand on it. You keep all them surfboards and all that tracks and stuff. The only pipeline I wanna see is the one that's got oil running through it.
Those are the Country Boys. The Country Boys with a surfing tune. Very interesting there. The Country Boys from 1964, June 64 to be exact. Delphi Records. The Okie Surfer is the name of the tune. For you collectors out there, if you'll look at the matrix number on your Delphi 45s and you see 664, that means recorded June of 1964. And Bob Keane was pretty nice putting in the recording dates of these sessions on the matrix numbers. Other companies did that too, by the way. Johnny G here as we wind down here on the 60s edition. It's actually an ad hoc 60s edition. We do it Mondays from 8 to 11 p.m. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the show, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is our vinyl community. We'd like to get together with all the vinyl community on YouTube as we share our records and our knowledge of this music. It is a lot of fun for me. I enjoy doing the show. I enjoy preparing for the show, and I enjoy to have you as the listeners to share my collection. Let's continue here, and we go to the Bright Star record label for this artist. Ricky Allen has a lot of releases. I know I have a bunch of his on the Age record label. He also has some on this label called Bright Star. I think it's a division. I think it was distributed by Atco Records, if I'm not mistaken. But I like this tune from January of 1967. His name is Ricky Allen. Ricky Allen. There is the flip side of this is the instrumental. They called it Skate Boogaloo, but this is the vocal side. We go back to January 67 on the Bright Star label. Ricky Allen with It's a Mess, I Tell You.
mess, I tell you. You think your baby's loving someone else. It's a mess, I tell you. Trying to make it all by yourself. You can't eat, can't sleep, have to walk and want to talk. A mess, I tell you. Oh yeah, a mess, I tell you. It's a mess, I tell you. You have to wait for her to come home. It's a mess, I tell you. Just wondering if she's doing you wrong. Want to drink, can't think, walk the floor and drink some more. Mess, I tell you. Alright, a mess, I tell you. You know it's hard to try and live by yourself. And you know, babe, you don't want nobody else but the woman you love. Oh, keep on doing you wrong. But just like time, you must move on. Yeah, a mess up, oh Lord, a mess up in me. Oh, I love my baby. I know she knows, but oh, I can't stand too much more of it. It's a mess, I tell you. A mess, I tell you. A mess, I'm gonna tell you.
That's the soulful side of Ricky Allen, a soulful tune by Ricky Allen on the Bright Star record label, January 67 release. It's a mess, I tell you. That one there on Bright Star Records. Let's continue here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. And I really got to guess that this next record is out of Philadelphia because it's on the Philly Sounds record label. And this was another, 25-cent purchase. I think Mike Layton, if you were tuned in, I think you sold me this 45. It's by Sherry. Her name is Sherry Gibbs, backed by the Quovans, Quovans. This is arranged by Robert Banks, produced by C. Hunter. This is the intended A-side of the 45 from October 1966. Let's give it a spin. Sherry Gibbs, backed by the Quovans, on Philly Sounds Records. It's called Oh My Baby.
And I'm so lonesome that I could die. The way he
Dave the Rave is asking. Dave the Rave is asking for a rockabilly record. I'll play another rockabilly record for sure. But anyway, those are the as we close out here. That's Sherry Gibbs. Sherry Gibbs, backed by the Quovans on the Philly Sounds record label. Oh My Baby is the name of the tune. And we'll do one more girl sound here. We'll close out with a couple rockabilly records, but this one here is from is Johnny G losing his mind here? Yes, here it is. It's from 1962. This gal actually has some pretty nice tunes on different labels, and this is on a label called Troy Records, and her name is A.Z. Mortimer. A.Z. Mortimer, Troy Records for this 1962. The name of her tune is called Little Playboy.
Teardrops, teardrops, little drops, little drops, falling down my window pane, falling from my eyes like rain. Little playboy, please, 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 come back. Little playboy, little playboy, how I miss you so. It's been raining every day ever since you went away. Little playboy, please, 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 come back. Did I make you mad? What did I do wrong? Can it have been so bad? It made you leave me here alone. Little drop, little drop, falling down my window pane, falling from my eyes like rain. Little playboy, please, 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 come back. Little playboy, little playboy, please, 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 come back. Little playboy, please, 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 come back.
We'll send that one out to Milwaukee Jamie. She likes that tune by A.Z. Mortimer. A.Z. Mortimer on the Troy record label, song entitled Little Playboy there. It says 1962 here on the 45 Cat. That's what I've been kind of sneaking a peek at 45 Cat. It's not always 100%, and Charlene hasn't checked. I give Charlene a night off for the All 60s edition. We're going to close out with a couple of rockabilly tunes tonight. Maybe we'll do three, because I cleaned all those the Johnny Burnette trio records that I had in my boxes. I mean, there's so many records I haven't cleaned. I've been doing that lately. You know, I'm trying. Well, you know, retirement. As soon as I can't really wait for that to happen. But anyway, let's give a list. Actually, I've been playing a lot of records that, you know, sounded like others, and kind of the lawyers weren't called on it. So I said, well, you know what? Well, here's a lawyer record, or a record, I guess, that we can say is dealing with the law. It's by Johnny Faire, F-A-I-R-E, and this is on the Surf record label. This is actually a B-side. The A-side is a tune called Bertha Lou, but let's give a listen to the flip side here. Actually, maybe it's the A-side. I don't know, but anyway, it's called Till the Law Says Stop. This is on the Surf record label, released in December of 1957. His name is Johnny Faire, F-A-I-R-E.
Well, I got a good news that'll knock you out.
I just got my check and I'm gonna shout. Waiting for my money for oh so long. Gonna have a ball of this a whole night long. Yes, I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pop. Bet your soul. I'm gonna rock till the law says stop. I pass the word around that I've got loose. Tell all them chicks to get off of their roost. I fall on by this knocked out hall. Gonna live it up and I have a ball. Yes, I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pop. Bet your soul. I'm gonna rock till the law says stop. Oh, what a party this is gonna be. We'll rock all night, just wait and see. When the sun comes up tomorrow morning, won't have a dime, but I'll have a fun. As I'm gonna rock, well, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pop, bet your soul. I'm gonna rock till the law says stop. Oh, what a party this is gonna be. We'll rock all night, just wait and see. When the sun comes up tomorrow morning, I won't have a dime, but I'll have a fun. Yes, I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pop. Bet your soul. I'm gonna rock till the law says stop. Till the law says stop. Till the law says stop.
Well, there you go. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to original vinyl 45s out of my collection. You want to get in touch with Johnny G, send me an email. Send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. This is our all 60s get-together of the vinyl community, so we're going to call that our vinyl community. So tell your record collector friends and lovers of the music that want to see original records to tune in Monday nights from 8 to 11 p.m. And then I'll be on 2 hours later on Saturday nights. I've been going from 10 to 1 a.m., but it was an hour extra with all the requests. But we're gonna slim that down a little bit. That's a lot of work for Charlene, and she's been very busy with that. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'll get this one up on my archive, or actually, vinyltreasures.net. So I know John Ferry likes to download the shows, and other people do too. And maybe sometime in the future we'll be streaming on a network. We'll see how that goes. But I'll be back next. The next show will be Saturday at 10 o'clock. So come to the 1950s and early 60s show. And then I'll be back again next Monday from 8 to 11 o'clock for more original vinyl 45s out of my collection. Thank you so much for joining in. Please like the video tonight and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you all again for tuning in. And we're going to close the show tonight with another rockabilly record by the Johnny Burnette and his rock and roll trio. And this is probably 1957. It's called Tear It Up. Hopefully Johnny G tore it up tonight for you guys. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you next Saturday. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Tear it up.
Come on, little baby, let's tear that dance floor up. Come on, little baby, let's tear that dance floor up. Come on, little mama, let me see you strut your stuff. Tear it up, tear it up, tear it up, tear it up. Come on, little baby, let me see you strut your stuff. I'm a leaving, little baby, gonna be gone a long, long time. I'm a leaving, little baby, gonna be gone a long, long time. So come on, little baby, and show me a real good time. Tear it up, tear it up, tear it up, oh! Tear it up. So come Come on, little mama, let's tear that dance floor up. Tear it up. Hit it. Well, you step back, baby, move my way. Step around again and let me hear you say, tear it up, tear it up. Come on, little baby, let's tear that dance floor up. Tear it up, tear it up, tear it up, tear it up. Come on, little mama, let's tear that dance floor up.
Okie dokie, folks. Let's show you those two records, and then we'll be signing off here. As you know, want to make sure all the record collectors can see these records here. Here is a styrene press. Johnny Faire. It became Johnny Burnette. I think that was Reed put that in the chat room there. And this is a styrene original on the Surf label, and the flip side is Bertha Lou. I think that's Bertha Lou. Bertha Lou, and then we closed out with this cool rocker. Like I said, this is a cool rocker called Tear It Up. Tear It Up by the Johnny Burnette. Can you see it? Johnny Burnette and his rockin' trio, Johnny, Dorsey, and Paul. And they get writer credits on that. It's not in great shape, but it sounded decent. Didn't it sound okay? All right, folks, that's going to do it. Johnny G's got to go relax. And I didn't eat my corn for dinner, corn on the cob. So I went out to buy some today. My mother boiled it up again. Thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in tonight and making it a fun night, Monday night. I'll see you next Saturday night at 10 o'clock. If not, I'll see you Monday night for more 60s. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Be well. Take care. Thank you all.